Hello and welcome to my channel, your go-to source for the latest in WWE 24. Don't forget to follow and subscribe for all the updates. Let's dive right in.
Former WWE head writer Vince Russo recently blasted Roman Reigns. The veteran was discussing this week's episode of Monday Night Raw. This week on the Red brand, CM Punk walked out to the ring and cut an emotional, scathing promo on his Wrestlemania opponent. The best in the world claimed that Roman was a product of favoritism. He declared that WWE sent the OTC to shows like Jimmy Fallon because he was safe and boring. He proclaimed himself as the voice of the voiceless. Punk continued the unfiltered promo, even taking shots at The Rock, suggesting that the Hollywood star had lost his aura. The World Heavyweight Champion also lambasted TKO, Pat McAfee, and Vince McMahon during the segment. This week on Russo's The Brand, the ex-WWE writer claimed that he was tired of seeing Punk going off on the mic. Russo also raised questions over Roman Reigns' absence from the show. He questioned why Roman couldn't make it to the show despite a few short weeks left for the Showcase of Immortals. "I am so tired of hearing freaking CM Punk's promos. Like, okay, bro, we get it. I understand. You're a 60-year-old rebel. I understand. I get it. Like, how many freaking times? And then, maybe I missed something. Where was Roman Reigns yesterday? Where was he? Like, what is Roman Reigns doing that he can't appear on the show a week before Mania?" Russo said, "Roman Reigns will be on RAW next week. WWE made a major announcement for the go-home episode of Monday Night RAW before WrestleMania. The company announced on social media that Reigns and Punk will be in the same building for the final episode of RAW before the show of shows. The two stars have been in a bitter rivalry for several weeks. What started as exchanging insults gradually turned into physical violence, with both stars beating down on each other. With just a few days remaining for WrestleMania 42, it will be interesting to see what the two megastars have to say to each other during their final appearance. The road to WrestleMania has always been paved with tension, ego, and unforgettable rivalries. But this year, things have taken a particularly personal turn. A 65-year-old WWE veteran has stepped into the spotlight with bold words aimed directly at Roman Reigns, sending shockwaves through the wrestling world just weeks before the biggest event of the year. The veteran in question? None other than Ric Flair, a 16-time world champion, Hall of Famer, and one of the most outspoken legends in the history of professional wrestling. Known for his larger-than-life persona and unfiltered opinions, Flair didn't hold back when discussing Reigns' recent absence and dominance over WWE. Where was he? The question that sparked it all. During a recent interview that quickly went viral among fans, Flair raised eyebrows when he questioned Reigns' commitment and visibility. Where was he? Flair asked bluntly. When the company needed a face, when fans were showing up every week, where was the tribal chief then? It was a stunning remark, especially considering Reigns' status as the centerpiece of WWE programming over the past several years. Since aligning with Paul Heyman and embracing his tribal chief persona, Reigns has been nearly untouchable, holding championship gold and headlining multiple WrestleMania events. However, in recent months, Reigns' part-time schedule has drawn criticism from fans and insiders alike. While some argue that his limited appearances make him feel like a bigger attraction, others, like Flair, believe it hurts the product. A clash of eras. Flair's comments highlight a deeper generational divide in WWE. For veterans like him, the business was built on relentless touring, weekly appearances, and constant engagement with fans. Flair himself was known for wrestling multiple nights a week, often in different cities, rarely taking time off. In contrast, modern superstars like Reigns operate under a different system, one that prioritizes longevity, branding, and selective appearances. While this approach has arguably extended careers and boosted star power, it has also created friction with legends who came up in a different era. Flair continued, "Back in my day, you showed up. You bled, you fought, you gave the fans everything you had, every single night. That's what made you the manual. The implication was clear. In Flair's eyes, Reigns' dominance may be impressive, but it lacks the grind and consistency that define past champions. Roman Reigns' legacy under fire. To be fair, Reigns' accomplishments are nothing short of historic. Since his transformation in 2020, he has headlined multiple premium live events, unified championships, and led one of the most compelling storylines in WWE history with the Bloodline. His matches against stars like Cody Rhodes, Brock Lesnar, and Jey Uso have received widespread acclaim, blending storytelling with high-stakes drama. But Flair's criticism isn't about match quality, it's about presence. Being champion isn't just about what you do in the ring, Flair added. It's about being there, being seen, being the guy every single week. This raises an interesting question. Can a part-time champion truly represent the company at its highest level? Fan reactions. Divided and passionate. Unsurprisingly, Flair's comments have ignited fierce debate among fans. Some agree wholeheartedly, arguing that Reigns' sporadic appearances have left a void on weekly programming. They believe that a champion should be visible, defending their title regularly and interacting with the roster. Others, however, have come to Reigns' defense. They point out that his limited schedule has made his appearances feel special, must-see moments that draw massive viewership and social media buzz. Roman doesn't need to be there every week, one fan wrote online. When he shows up, it matters. This divide reflects a broader shift in how wrestling is consumed and appreciated in the modern era. WrestleMania stakes just got higher. With WrestleMania fast approaching, Flair's comments have added another layer of intrigue to an already stacked card. Whether Reigns responds directly remains to be seen, but one thing is certain. The pressure is on. If Reigns is set to headline once again, he'll be doing so under intense scrutiny. Not just from fans and critics, but from legends who helped build the very foundation he now stands on. A potential rematch with Cody Rhodes has been heavily rumored, with unfinished business lingering from their previous encounter. Should that match happen, it won't just be about championships. It will be about legacy. Can Reigns silence his critics and prove that his reign, pun intended, is truly one for the ages? Or will voices like Flair's continue to cast doubt on his standing among the all-time greats? Respect or rivalry? Despite the sharp tone of his comments, Flair did acknowledge Reigns' talent. Don't get me wrong, he's good. Real good, Flair admitted. But being great? That's a whole different level. It's a statement that walks the line between respect and challenge, a hallmark of Flair's career. Even in retirement, the Nature Boy knows how to stir the pot and keep himself relevant in the ever-evolving world of sports entertainment. The final word. As the countdown to WrestleMania continues, the spotlight on Roman Reigns burns brighter than ever. With a legendary figure like Ric Flair questioning his presence and commitment, the narrative has shifted in a way few could have predicted. In many ways, this is what WWE does best, blurring the lines between reality and storyline, creating moments that captivate audiences and spark conversation. Whether you side with Flair's old-school mentality or Reigns' modern approach, one thing is undeniable. The drama is real, and the stakes have never been higher. And as fans around the world tune in to see what happens next, one question lingers in the air. Where was he? And more importantly, where will he be when it matters most?